Hi, my name is Don Romans. I'm with FurnaceFilterTalk.com, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Filtrete MERV 5 1-inch furnace filter. When you're taking a look at an air filter to decide, if this is right for you, you want to look at a few things: efficiency, delivery time, convenience, cost, lifespan, and quality. So I've bought this filter and I've got it in my system right now, and I want to show you some characteristics that I want to point out. And first of all is the Filtrete filter. This is probably one of the most popular filters on Amazon, and that's where I bought it from, was Amazon. This filter comes 6 filters to a box in just a plain regular cardboard box, nothing fancy. But, when you look at an air filter, looking at probably the most important thing, I would argue, is probably efficiency. So will this filter do the job for you for what you need? And so you got to look at, whether you have any health issues. Do you have allergies? Does anybody in your house have allergies? Do you have pets, dogs, cats, anything like that? Smokers? If you have any of those things going on, this filter really is not the one for you. It's a MERV 5, which means it's really just mainly going to pick up lint, dust, and dust mite debris. If you really want something that's going to give you more filtration, you're going to need to look at a MERV 11 or MERV 12. The higher the MERV rating, the more efficient the filter is. So a MERV 11, for example, would get those same things, the lint, dust, and dust mite debris, but would also get mold spores, pollen, pet dander, smoke, and smog. And a MERV 12 would even add, in addition to that, it would add cough and sneeze particles and bacteria and virus. So if you really have any breathing difficulties, you want to go to the higher rated MERV filters. If not, if you just want a good general household filter that captures dust, this is the one for you. It's going to be perfect for that. So if you can get this filter from Lowe's, it's about the same price as Amazon, within pennies of each other. And according to them, you pay for shipping from Lowe's, but you don't from Amazon. But still, the price is about the same, including the shipping. If you want to go to Lowe's, that's going to be your best deal. But I will warn you, I went there to try to get the filter, and they didn't have it. They didn't even look like they sold this model. So, I don't know if that, even though they show it on their website, it was not in the store. So it may be different at your store, wherever you live at, but it was not at the store that's near me. So the packaging, it came in just a regular plain cardboard box, had the name 3M on the outside, nothing fancy. Inside was 2 packs of 3. It was a plastic bag that had 3 filters in it. That surprised me a little bit because I thought maybe it would be packaged in a bag, 1 per, but this was 3 to a bag. Not a big deal. I just was kind of surprised by that. Convenience of having a 6-pack of filters. You couldn't buy anything less on the Filtrete filters. It was 6 was your only choice. Now that means it would last, 6 to 18 months, depending on, the philosophy you follow. HVAC technicians will tell you to change your filter every month because they are looking to protect your equipment, which is actually the primary purpose of your air filter. For capturing dust and things for, your health and breathing wise, a filter, that would be great, but you've got the extra expense. But Filtrete says that it will last up to 3 months. And of course, that's going to depend on your household conditions, how much you have doors open, windows open, people going in and out, smokers, pets, all those kind of things are going to make a difference from one house to another as to how fast the filter wears out. So what I would tell people is that you should check it every month and just visually look at it and see. And then you also look for telltale signs like, is it become noisier than usual? Is your house not staying as cool or warm as it normally would? So those are kind of signs sometimes that maybe the filter is clogged and it's restricting the air. So, just something to look at. I always say check it every month. Uh, Cost wise, I already told you about that. And then the lifespan. Now, the quality of this filter, it's very sturdy. Typically some of these lower MERV filters are made with a one-piece frame, which they call a pinch frame, and it usually you can rack it a lot. If you turn the filter, you can twist it, and it'll move a lot. Very flexible. I actually had a Filtrete MERV 7 prior to this one, and it did flex a lot like that. Not that that matters really, as long as it holds together. It really doesn't make any difference on the filtration side of it. But this one actually was very sturdy. It was really rock solid. So I was impressed by that. The filter media itself, all the filter medias today are electrostatic for the most part. I don't know if there's any company that doesn't use electrostatic media where they put electric charge to the media, which means it's going to be like a magnet to draw dust to it. That allows them, they can use a thinner media and still get the efficiency, which helps with airflow, because the air filter is all about not only efficiency, but you got to be able to get the air through it. If it's restrictive to the air flowing through it, it can make your blower run harder and hotter. It's going to mean you're going to use more energy, so your electric bills are going to go up, and it can wear parts out. So you don't want that to happen because that can be very expensive. So it's important that an air filter not only can be efficient, but also will allow the air to flow through. The pleats, which is the V shape, you see the like accordion shape that you get in an air filter, as opposed to a flat panel fiberglass filter that most people used to use years ago. But now the technology of the pleated filter, that V, that allows them to put a lot more surface area packed into that frame, which means that the dirt, as it blows through the filter, the air is blowing through, the dirt is captured, and it will load up and down that V, so it'll catch more dirt over the long run. And it also, the V lets the air flow through, so that helps with the airflow. So it's a great design, and that's really, the style of filter you should be looking for. What you also want to be looking for is that, as I'm showing in the picture here, is that the V needs to be a V. If it's a U shape, as I'm showing you now, that's the MERV 7 that I took out. It has a more of a U shape to it. That's not good, in the filter world, because that means that you're not getting as good airflow. It's not, it's just not going to be as good of quality of filter. It might get by because it's a low MERV rating filter, but that's really not the style you want to have. That's really a poor quality. The wire backing that's on this filter, it has you see the diamond shaped wire backing, looks like chicken wire. That's very common on filters nowadays, has been for years. That what that does, it holds that V shape. They adhere that wire to the media before they run it through their machine. It gives it the V shape. And then what that'll do, it'll support that V, and it's on the downstream side. So it's pushing, the air is pushing the filter media into that wire. So it's supportive, the whole structure of the filter, and it holds the V shape. So that's the purpose of it. Now, I tested this filter in my system, and I'm showing you a picture. I have a manometer, and I checked, up and downstream, and I get what this filter is reading. The water column, it's a 0.03. That's very, very good. That means it's not restricting the air. It's allowing it to flow through. So it's doing, that's a good starting point. And so I'll have to see after a month and 2 months to see whether that becomes an issue, that it gets too dirty. My guess is it's not going to, because it's a MERV 5, which means it's gonna let the air pass through pretty easily. So as you get a higher MERV rating, this might be more of an issue, but it's starting out at a great point. So my conclusion on this filter is that the 3M Filtrete MERV 5 is a good filter, provided that you don't have allergies. If you have any kind of breathing difficulties, you don't want to use this filter. It's just not going to capture the kind of particles that you need it to capture. It's going to be great if you just have if you just need a general household dust. This is the good one for you. Actually, it's probably the lowest cost of the pleated filters. It's going to give you everything you need, just not for allergies. So that's all I got on this filter. You can feel confident buying this filter. I think it's a good one. And please feel free to like and subscribe to this video and leave comments. Tell me what other things you'd like to see videos on in the filter world. I'd be happy to look at it. I've been in the filter business for over 30 years. Been a manager of manufacturing plants that make air filters. I actually was over the Filtrete brand at one time back in the 90s when they first started. And so I've been doing this for a long time, and I know a lot about air filters. I don't know if that knowledge is very helpful, but there you go. All right. So I look forward to hearing from you, and I appreciate it. Thank you.